countdown, Shell?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, let's start then in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. First off, thanks everybody for donating. It's like really awesome how much money got raised for this. But, so this is Rockman and Forte. This is a Super Nintendo game. Japanese only. Came out a little bit after Mega Man 8. So the intro stage here, there's not a whole lot going on here. Just general Mega Man stuff, you know, sliding everywhere, getting back boosts where you can. Game audio is really low. Okay, I can fix that in a sec. Oops. Okay. Whoa. Was not watching my health. Alright. So Green Devil's the boss of this stage. You might recognize him from Mega Man 8 if you're familiar. He's actually a lot easier in this game than he is in 8. You just gotta open him up and mash Buster into his eye. After we meet King here, who's the real final boss, I promise. Dr. Wily's all gone.
I'm actually not sure which one of the Green Devil is the easiest.
Yeah, that's true. I do have to be careful here, though. I don't have a whole lot of health to work with. Whoa. Okay. So the routing here is kind of interesting. You don't actually have access to all 8 robots to start with. The game gives you 3, and then it sort of branches off from there. We're going to start with Coldman because he's super easy to buster, and he also has a very, very, very good weapon. Oops. So a lot of these sprites, if you're familiar with Mega Man 8, you're probably familiar with these sprites. A lot of the resources for 8 were used for this game as well, so a lot of things are going to look familiar. Oops. Okay, so this is the mid-boss. His name is Snowler. He doesn't have any iframes, but his hitbox is in kind of an awkward spot. So you just want to hit him once on the way up and once on the way down. Okay. Mega Man 5 reference. Yeah, 7 and 8 were both released in America. This is the only one that was not. Until much later. Whoa, okay. That was a little scary. Okay. Do I still need to turn the game up? Does that sound quiet for you guys?
I think it sounds good.
Okay. I'll leave it where it is then. So Coldman, not really much going on here. Just hitting him with charged busters whenever I can. You can shoot through the ice wall. And whenever he's below half, he'll start summoning clouds like this. And he's invincible while he is. So ideally I have a little bit more health than I do right now, so I can take some more damage, but this is fine. Very quiet? Okay, I'll turn it up.
We have $20 donation from Facet City that says, "Give it to Ursa's choice. You're champ for submitting this as a bid war."
Thanks, Fast. Alright, so Ice Wall is really, really good. Not only does it do a lot of damage, but you can ride on it and stand on it and do all sorts of cool things with it. It's by far the best weapon in this game. Next we'll be following Weakness Order. So Burner Man's up next. This is probably the hardest stage in the game just because it's really long and there's a lot of enemies that do a lot of damage. But we'll get to see a lot of Ice Wall usage. Oops, not like that, hopefully. So here you'll be seeing Ice Wall jumps. I'll explain what those are after I do them. Okay, so basically what's happening there is I'm jumping and spawning an Ice Wall underneath me, and then jumping off of it to get a little bit more height. You can chain them together with a pause buffer, but you don't need to do it anywhere in the any percent run. Oops. Take this a little bit slow. I'm terrified of this room. Okay. Alright, so this next room is really spooky. There's some big tellies that will drop fire bombs, which are insta-death. So hopefully I do the right thing here. One more back damage boost, and oh god, okay. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. I was pretty much expecting a burner death somewhere. Alright, let's go. I'll have to wait for this guy now, though. Oh. Alright, here we go. One more try. Maybe I'll be able to show off the actual strats this time. Guess not. That's okay, though. Oh my gosh. This is about what I was expecting from Burner Man, so give me 1 second. There we go. I have an excuse for this, but I'm not gonna make excuses. So let's go. Alright, so Burner, hopefully I'll be infiniting him here. Okay. If he's standing still, or he is not like doing an attack, then he will get stunned when you drop an ice wall inside him, and then you can subsequently push the ice wall and push him into the spikes. Did the game audio desync? Oh dear, what a disaster. Okay. Okay, so I have a feeling we're not going to be in under 40, but that's okay, because we're going to have some fun. Okay, so I've got Burner Wave. Burner Wave is basically just a flamethrower, although it also works underwater to sort of just push things away from you. It's a pretty good weapon. I'll also be attempting a zip here. Hopefully I can get it. This is the first of many ice wall zips you'll be seeing this run. Yep, there we go. Okay, so the idea there is as the ice wall is forming, I use it to push me into the ceiling. The game ejects me out of the ice wall to prevent me from getting stuck and then into the ceiling. Oops. So just grabbing a quick health there. Climbing the ladder real quick. Alright. So Pirate Man's weakness is Wave Burner, which is a little bit weird you might think, considering this fight's underwater. He takes 3 damage from Burner if you hit him with it underwater, but he takes 4 damage if you hit him with it above the water. And also he makes a really nice sound whenever you pop his bubble. Okay, so next up we're going to be going to sort of an interim stage. The way this works is that every Robot Master corresponds to sort of a lock on the final stages, and once you break all 8 locks you can progress. And to break the locks you have to use the Robot Master weapon in this Crystal Gate stage. So I'm going to be doing 3 of them now to gather some screws so I can buy some things. Oops, hopefully. There we go. Each of these big screws is worth 100, so I'll be able to get some really nice stuff from Auto. Oh, I went to ground. Okay, this is fine though. Just can't do the zip route now. Okay, so what I bought there is an item called Counterattacker. What that does is if I am under 7 HP, then all of my attacks will deal 2 additional damage. So like my Buster Shots normally do 1. If I'm under 7 and have Counterattacker equipped, all of them will do 3 instead. And this saves a massive amount of time on the boss fights, but it makes the game very scary. So you'll see me take a lot of intentional damage boosts here, so I'll be below 7 for the mid-boss. Drop a remote mine as I'm coming into the room. You can detonate it while the mid-boss is spawning to deal some damage. Just pop him in the face like that. Uh-oh. Okay, this could be scary. The Sniper Joe will play along with me. Okay, he did. Good guy. Grab the one up here. And then we're gonna go for a ride on an ice wall to end the stage. So Groundman's kind of random. You ideally want to be detonating remote mines early, but you also don't want him to be able to get away from you into the ceiling, because he takes forever if he actually gets up there. So I'm going to play this a bit kind of safe here. Okay, so now we'll just be following weakness order. We'll be going to Tengu, and then Magic, then Astro, and then Dynamo. Ground's weapon is Spread Drill. I guess I didn't tell you what remote mine was, but Spread Drill is really cool. When you use it, it just throws a giant drill, and when you fire again, it splits in half, and then it splits in half again to make 4. But the first half of the stage is a fun auto-scroller, so Eldra, if you've got anything you want to plug or read, or then you guys can go ahead and do that.
Alright, well, sorry about that. We are, of course, bringing over online marathon to bring in Casio and Chrissy to AGDQ 2018 to play Mega Man 1, 2, 3. We currently have some incentives to donate to, but everything is really appreciated. For now, I'm gonna let Brett take over, and thanks for having me. So see you later for the Mute Crimson race.
Thanks, Eldra.
Oops. Okay, hang on. Rockman and Forte ladders are like really, really wide. You have to take a solid 2 or 3 steps off them to actually slide again. Alright. Okay, so next we'll be going to Magic Man, which is a pretty scary stage, but I think we'll be okay here. I think we'll live. There's some sketchy stuff at the start with trains here. Okay, so at the start here, there's going to be train cycles that I have to catch that sort of ferry me across these pits. But one of the cycles requires you to wait a solid, like, maybe 6 or 7 seconds if you want to ride the train. So I will hopefully be skipping that with some clever ice wall usage. Even if I miss it, it's okay, because there's a life here. So here's Cicero. He's a little bit random. We'll be seeing him again later. But the pattern he breaks the blocks in is random, so he can waste a fair bit of time if he so chooses. Okay, and usually you try to zip up here, but I don't have Lightning Bolt yet, so we'll just be waiting for the platform instead. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, okay. Could have gone better. Have to wait here or take a death. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep, that's fine. The checkpoint's right back here, so I sort of ran out of health. That happens sometimes. Okay, we're all good. So Magic Man, if you've actually... Okay, nobody really plays Buster Only in this game, but if you've ever seen a Buster Only run of this, Magic Man is actually a really interesting fight. Unfortunately, Tengu Blade, his weakness, just sort of stuns him in place, so you don't get to see his pattern, but this is a really fun Buster Only fight. Highly recommend it. Okay, so next up we have Astro Man and then Dynamo Man, and then we'll be off to Sea King. Yeah, Kyle, I mean, it is a fun fight. It's like really hard to figure out, but the pattern itself is, once you get it. Oh, see ya. Just baby that a little bit. Okay, so this stage is going to be the first time that we're going to be seeing straight up clips with Ice Wall. I guess the one in Pirate's sort of a clip, but there's these Simon Says boss puzzles up here where you have to like mimic the pattern, but I'm really bad at Simon, so we're just going to ignore it and go through the wall instead. Oops, not like that we're not. Hang on. There we go. Come on, Ice Wall. Don't do me like this. Okay, then we got some Yoku blocks here. You actually can skip these with a double Ice Wall jump, but it's really hard. I think Joka's the only one that does it. Okay, so same with this Simon again. This one's, there's a 5, so this is even harder. I think I'll just skip this one too. Okay, so I have Astro's weakness, but I am not going to use it unless I take a hit. It's a little faster if you do it optimally, but I'm not practiced at all with the magic card fight. Okay. Oh, that stings. Okay. Alright, so anyway, back to where we were. Astro has a really interesting pattern in this game. He has a couple different things he can do, where he can either do like the swoops like he was doing for me, that actually works out to be the best pattern, or he can do this where he swoops his balls around, or maybe, yes, here's the last one, he spawns some enemies here. This is actually a really interesting pattern, because if you leave one alive, he can't go into his next AI routine until it goes away. So he just kind of does this until it goes away. So one more Robot Master to go, and that's going to be Dynamo Man. Oh, we got some time at the start here for a donation or a plug, Brett, if you wanna read anything.
Sure. We don't have any donations to read currently, but I would like to tell everyone that you're watching Bring 'em Over. This is a marathon to raise money for Mega Man speedrunners Cassio 3rd and Prissy. We're trying to get enough money to get them from Brazil and Germany to AGDQ. So please keep the donations coming. And for a couple of incentives, just to get the ball rolling here, we have a Mute Crimson Plus race coming up, and you can choose the colors for that. Right now, orange is leading with $123, and purple is in second with $25. After that, we have Burning Ragers Bid War. There's nothing going towards either of those incentives yet. And we did meet the Hebereke low percent incentive. So keep the donations coming, and good job, Orrsa. Keep it up.
Thanks. Okay, so just like this one, if I stand in a specific spot and drop an Ice Wand slide, I can skip that mid-boss. That one saves even more time than the Simon one, just because that boss takes forever. If you've ever tried to play this game casually, you probably suffered there a little bit. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that at all with Tengu Blade. There's a really cool feature with Tengu Blade where you don't actually have to use it. If you just slide while you have it active, then you get like dashes with it that are actually faster than normal slides. So ideally you want to use those wherever possible, but it sort of locks you in, so they're hard to control. Okay, so here's Dynamo Man. This guy's a pain if you don't have counterattacker, but if you do have it, then he's not so bad. And there's 8 robots. It also helps to know that you can cancel copy vision by hitting L or R again. So you can, if you accidentally like put one the wrong way or something, you can cancel it and drop another one. Yeah, almost certainly fast. You can actually get a 0 heal fight with counterattacker, but he has to do a very specific pattern, and it's not worth waiting for if he doesn't give it to you right off the bat. So we'll be finishing up the crystal gate here. I'm gonna be grabbing a couple of these screws just so I can chop one more time. There's some things I need. I didn't check my screw count, so I'm gonna grab a couple extras just in case. make sure I can afford the last shopping trip. Okay. Oh yeah, I have plenty of money. Okay. Okay, so the things I bought there, I bought another spike guard just in case I fall on the spikes. I bought a high-speed charge for my buster, and I bought one more item, which I will explain what it does later, because it's only important for the final boss. Okay, so what I did here is just a straight up ice wall zip. So I used ice wall in a very specific way so that I'm inside the wall when it spawns, and the game is not happy about that. So it tries to eject me backwards to get me out of the ice wall. But since I'm right next to the wall, it puts me inside the wall. And then once I'm inside the wall, I can just switch to lightning and use it to zip right up. Yeah, getting in the wall is very precise. There's a very, very specific timing you want to be pushing right into the wall on, like right as it's just about spawned. Oh, close call. So I'm gonna have to take some hits on the Rhino here. Not directly, because he does about 10,000 damage if you get a hit directly. But... So that goes up to the monkey. Me and this boss have a very special history in that he's killed me in just about every marathon run I've done of this game. So we'll see how this goes. The streak continues, dude. No. Okay, that's fine. I should have bought lives. I would have if I'd have thought about it. Alright, take two. For what it's worth, I did win the fight there, but whenever the fight ends, the lava, or the platform drops into the lava, so if you aren't quick enough, then you drop into the lava too. There's a weird thing on that screen where if you need to like jump into that screen for some reason to not get put all the way to the right and be able to drop the ice wall. I don't know why that works, but it is a thing. Ooh, okay. Alright, this is a demonstration how stupid these rhinos are. I believe they have 60 HP as Rockman and 120 HP as Forte. Oh, hello. Alright, got him this time. Easy. Yeah, I'm familiar with the NES games. Okay, so King 2 is the most notorious stage in this game. It is 3 sections that are joined together and have 4 bosses total. And if you game over in one of them, you go all the way back. Thankfully, I already got my game over out of the way, so I don't have to worry about that. So the first one is the worst boss in this game. This is King Tank. He's a big idiot. He has 3 parts that you need to destroy to win, but you can only destroy them whenever they're open, and he can open them basically whenever he feels like, or whenever he doesn't feel like. So this fight can take a long time. So there's 2, I just have the back now. Come on, Tank. Alright, there we go. Okay, so next up, we have King Plane. I'm gonna grab this life just because... Oh, no, I'm not. I was gonna say just because this run hasn't been going how I was hoping, but... That's alright. Yeah, I've definitely had worse tanks than that. That fight, as far as we know, can go on indefinitely. Amazing. Thanks, Rockman and Forte. Thankfully, the game doesn't pause whenever you get drops to fill your health, but drops can screw you in different ways, like putting you at way too much health for the boss fight. Alright, so this fight's dumb. For a lot of different reasons. My goal is to hit the top of his head with 6 or 7 drills. It's one or the other. But sometimes his head doesn't like to get hit. He can also break platforms with his big fists. You can lightning over those, since you don't descend while you're using lightning. And then, as soon as I win, the checkpoint triggers so I can jump in the hole and save about 15 seconds. Yeah, I have an item that makes me deal 2 more damage when I'm low health on everything. Probably okay on drill. Alright, so here comes the Widowmaker. Gonna concentrate a bit here. Go. Alright, nice. Oh, okay. Okay, so what happened there is that's the big cutscene where it reveals that King's not actually the bad guy. It's actually Dr. Wily. But there's 2 full fights in there and a full cutscene that take about 2.5 minutes to get through. And you can just skip all of it, just for fun. So, there we go. Don't have to see that. So this is Jet King Robo. He's the combination of all the previous bosses. Oh, dang. There's a thing with this boss. Oh, I guess we're not gonna get to see it. Maybe. If he's... I'll explain it here. If he is at an amount of health where 2 more hits with that weapon will kill him, then he just gets double hit with it, for whatever reason. It's just very bizarre. His weakness is Wave Burner, so it does like 5 damage, I think. So if he has 10 or less, he'll go down with 1. It's very weird. Alright, so this is King 3. This is the refights and the final boss. This game has Mega Man X style refights, where there's a little bit of stage in between the refights. You can see just how much time having counterattacker saves on these guys. So we got some Yoku blocks, but these aren't fun Yoku blocks, so we'll skip them. Calm down, buddy. Alright, so here's where I'm going to use my spike card since I didn't need it before. And you notice this is a 1 through 6 style game where you don't get your weapon energy refilled between the stages. Thankfully I took a game over in King 1, I guess thankfully, so I don't have to worry about that as much. Oops. Alright, see you, Dynamo Man. Thankfully, there's a pretty generous amount of weapon energy just around the stages for you to pick up. Okay, oh, happy pirate, nice. Okay, so here's Burner Man. Oh shoot. Don't kill me. Oh, he killed me. Okay. I was about to make fun of him, so I probably deserved that, but that's okay. Try again. Yeah, counterattacker applies to every form of damage dealt, including the spikes. So he actually goes down in even fewer ice walls this time. Okay, so hopefully there's going to be one more zip here. I'm going to give it a shot. Sissy rolls back. Okay. You can zip past all of this, which saves a lot of time, considering how random this guy is. Thankfully the backup isn't too bad. No, I don't think it matters fast. I think both are equally difficult. Okay, so we have, after this guy, we have 2 more refights and then Wily Machine. And hopefully no Wily Capsule. This is a great time for a donation, Brett, if you've got one.
I've got a juicy one for you.
Nice.
Lunar the Wolf donated $150. His message is Zero Blade Edge is Bay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that very generous donation. Let us know if you'd like that to go to a donation incentive.
Oh, crap. Okay. Hopefully that's my... Oh no, you guys. This is not good. That room is very, very laggy. Alright, so we'll try to have a good King 3 here, because I wasn't having one before.
I believe.
Alright, thanks, Brett. Means a lot.
I have another donation if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
Lee Tragan donated $25. His message is always great to see the community come together for our friends. Let's put this towards the Shadow Dancer incentive. Thank you for your donation.
Alright, I got another shot at the zip here. See if it goes better this time. Ah, I don't have enough health to try it again. That's okay though. All that matters is the final boss. Oh, okay. He almost went off on me. That's okay. So, let's see. Should plug the game in general, I guess. Like, this game owns, and it's not nearly as hard as I'm making it look, so if you think you might be interested in running this, Joka, who's the world record holder, has an excellent tutorial series on it. Everyone should run this, Eldra. The hardest parts are the zips, and you don't have to do the zips when you're starting out. Alright. So, let's see if we can't nail this final boss here. So Wily Machine himself is pretty easy. All you gotta do is slide under him and you kind of just pattern lock him. But there's a little bit more of a strat for the capsule fight, which I'll hopefully be getting. Oh gosh. Ah, I didn't get it. So anyway, what was supposed to happen there was if I switch to that energy balancer thing, that translates damage into... I'm dead. That translates damage into weapon energy. So because I was empty on remote mine, I can fire lemons, which the lemon kills the machine, and then the missile gives me the energy to fire out one more remote mine. And hopefully that remote mine will insta-kill Capsule as soon as he spawns. I'm gonna go for this again. There we go. Alright, so now time's coming up. Time. So the remote mine insta-kills Capsule as soon as he spawns with no health. But that's Rockman and Forte. Oh boy. So that run wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but I hope y'all enjoyed that. It's a really fun game. Highly recommend the run and it casually, so. Thanks everybody. Also, thank you guys so much for donating so much money for the bid war. That really means a lot.